Do you want to be here? Neither do we. That's why we call it the Obligatory. We talk about farts, food, Myke's kids, $5,000 beds, girls, comedy, and Kermit's butthole. Yeah, maybe the facts aren't right, but here's the Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Yeah, and we are back with the Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke. This is episode 50, believe it or not.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, 50, man.
Okay.
50.
We said the same conversation when we were like 10.
Yeah,
10,
I know.
Man. Oh my gosh.
I just don't know why we keep doing this. Why?
Punishment.
I know, but what's that saying? When you keep doing something over and over, expecting different results, that's like the definition of insanity.
What's that thing where people like enjoy pain and they keep doing it?
Like masochists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we a masochist at podcast?
I guess.
Okay.
Maybe. Welcome to the Obligatory Masochist Podcast. Masochist Podcast. Masochist. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know.
That's probably another bro science of ours. Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary of ours.
Probably. We're not the most accurate.
No. But I mean,
but we're the most entertaining.
Hey.
What? Hey. Yeah. Let me start off by saying, the usual stuff: podcasts, Spotify,
iTunes,
Google,
Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube. Yep.
Twitter. No, we're not on Twitter.
Or if you want, you can just come sit here on the keyboard bench and watch the show as long as it's okay with Kermit's girl. We have to have permission.
Start bringing random people to the house.
Yeah, just like our in-studio audience today.
Perfect.
Yeah. Let me first start by saying I am sorry I'm so late.
Yeah, it's only 11 o'clock, but that's cool.
It's 10:30.
I rounded up.
You rounded a big ways up. I rounded up to 10:30. It's 10:28. I gave you the 2. But yeah, I don't know. There's been nights we get here and that we don't start recording till like 10:15. But we had an agenda for tonight. We had things we wanted to do.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
We had the sketch. That's not gonna happen. We were gonna hit the gym. We've been hitting the gym afterwards Tuesday.
That still might happen. We'll see what happens.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't want to do it?
Yeah, dude. We started late. I didn't even pack my stuff. Here's what happened.
You can wear those American pants like last time.
That's my punishment for being late.
You gotta wear the American pants.
Well, let me let you in on why I was late. This year, the kids were doing Cub Scouts on Thursday nights. Last year, they moved it to Tuesday night. And I'm like, well, I'm not changing my podcast night. So, because honestly, this is one of my few nights off. Because usually when the weekend rolls around, you got gigs, I got gigs, stuff's going on.
Yep.
That's not how it's been lately, but in theory, that's how it is. This is the night to do this. However, tonight was the boys had their Pinewood Derby races. So that's when it really hit me. It's the little wood race
cars. Okay,
and that's when it really hit me. Man, we've been doing this for a year now because I think our second episode was talking about the Pinewood Derby race last year. Yeah. Yeah.
you were
knew nothing about making these cars.
You were adding like metal pieces to make it heavier and all that crap.
Yep. And it's funny because I remember when my dad would help me make mine, I'm like, when do I get to do something? And he's like, when you have kids, you can build your own car. Yeah, and that's basically what it is.
So your boys are in Boy Scouts?
Cub Scouts.
Yeah. You selling cookies?
Nope, no cookies. Right now we're selling these Cub Scout camp cards. They're these little they look like credit cards basically, but they're all filled with coupons and discounts and everything else. Like they sell them for like $5, and you get like $5 off $25 purchase at Sunny's, so you can make your $5 back right then. Look at that, there's some good stuff on there.
Where the hell the cookie? I thought Scouts do cookies, man. I want cookies.
Girl Scouts do cookies.
Same shit, right?
No.
Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts?
No, there's a whole...
The Boy Scouts don't sell cookies?
No. When I was a kid, first of all, they're Cub Scouts right now. You keep saying Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts are like, I think they
Boy Scouts are the
like,
touchy-feely kind of ones, right?
Actually, I'm pretty sure much like a church, it depends on the church.
Okay.
Because I'm sure there's plenty of scouts that don't get into the touchy-feely stuff. If that makes you feel...
I never did Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts.
Didn't you have anything like this when you were growing up?
No, man. I had a military father. That was enough Boy Scout Cub Scouts I needed.
That was it. Just... Yeah.
Lesson 1. Sleep early.
So you never rubbed 2 sticks together to build a fire? Never did that?
Swords? Oh, sticks. No.
No. You never cuddled next to another man for the warmth to keep, just to, not gay, just survive the night.
Oh, Camp Counselor Hurley, what you doing back there? Whoa. Your sleeping bag's so tough.
No, stop it, dude. That's freaking me out. These are my kids. Stop being creepy, dude. So,
stop it.
Stop it.
Me out.
Stop it. So, no, man, my kids have been selling these camp cards, and basically what they are is they're discounts on a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Like I said, there's 50% off at Sea Life Aquarium, $55 ticket at Legoland. There's actually stuff on here like 10% off Miller's Ale House, 10% off at AutoZone, which if you own a PT Cruiser, you'll be using that. 25% off at Papa John's and Andretti's Race. I mean,
Mike's selling, boy.
Dude,
if it ain't a fire wallet, it ain't a fire watch.
Yeah.
It's discounted Miller Ale House.
I got to tell you, my dad used to make us, because we would sell, when I was in Cub Scouts, they sold chocolate bars. And you would go out.
I remember that.
Yeah.
People used to go door to door, chocolate bars.
You could go door to door. Some people would stand outside grocery stores. My dad would take us outside like Weight Watchers. Like my dad knew,
really?
I swear to God, I'm not even shitting. My dad knew location. He would take us outside churches we didn't even attend on Sunday because he's like, people sit through Mass. A lot of people go to Mass before they even have breakfast, so they're starving by the time they get out of Mass. And he's like, you're not going to sell anything outside a grocery store. People just went in and bought a ton of food, blah, blah, blah. You know, they already spent their money on stuff. You hit them where they're not buying your... My dad was really smart about this type of stuff.
So he would go to Weight Watchers and gyms.
Yep.
And put you guys out there.
Yep.
And hustle.
Yep. My dad also would... Alcoholism in my family's a thing.
Your dad's like Billy Bob Thornton.
But my dad would let us stand outside Alcoholics Anonymous on a Tuesday night.
Shut up.
Swear to God. Because a lot of these people, you know... They have addictions. It's alcohol. It's other stuff. So they'd all take smoke breaks, you know, and come out and you'd hit them up for like 3-4 bars of pop.
Is this what you're going to do with your kids with the Cub Scouts?
I took it a step further, which brings me to a good point. It rained. We had so much rain this weekend, dude. It just
twice.
Yeah, but I mean, it was biblical.
This weekend, yeah.
It was
biblical.
My pool overflowed. It was pretty big.
I forgot you had a pool.
Yeah, I do too, because God damn it, I finally got a house with a pool, and now we're getting these freezing subarctic. Like, I'm going to get to use this pool 2 days this year or something like that. The rest of the time, I was out there cleaning it last night with gloves and my heavy jacket on. It needed to get cleaned, but it was like 38 degrees last night.
Why don't you just let it like mold over and then you clean it when it's like time to clean?
Nah, man, it's all about upkeep.
Okay.
But back to these. So my kids were supposed to go out to like a farmer's market in Winter Park and sell these with a bunch of other scouts, but the rain got that canceled. So they had to sell like 25 of them by tonight or something. I'm like, well, let me try this. And I'm like, here, hold them. I made them like hold them like they were showing proof of life. Like whenever someone gets kidnapped and they hold up the paper from today's date. So both of my kids are sitting there holding like a stack of these. And then I take a couple more pictures of just what they entail.
Oh, you did the Facebook.
And then I throw it up on Facebook. And dude, we moved 25 in like minutes. Like people just putting money in my PayPal or Facebook or everything else. And I'm like, where was this when I was a kid? Because I was standing outside Alcoholics Anonymous in the fucking cold, you know? Yeah, fucking. There's a word I learned from standing outside Alcoholics Anonymous when I was 6 years old. Thanks, Dad. You know? But yeah, they moved them, and then my kids they wanted to say thank you, so they started making thank you, like personalized thank you signs for like whoever bought one, and they made me take another picture of them holding thank you sign, the person's name, and then Ollie, man, he's got a face that can move some cards. Have you seen some of these pictures? He can do that face like Puss in Boots. You remember the cat eyes with the big eyes and the smile?
Looks all sad.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want, go to my Facebook, because I picked up another stack tonight to move these. And they sell these, and they get, like, credit towards, like, going camping and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But let me tell you about tonight, Pinewood Derby Racing. You know what happened last year, right?
You're getting too excited over this.
Do you remember what happened last year?
Why? I don't like this energy.
You remember what happened last year?
No.
I had no idea how to build a car.
You're getting too dad energy on me right now.
I'm so proud.
Freaking me out.
I'm so happy. No idea how to build a car. Like, I wish I took drama. I should have taken shop, okay?
Okay.
And so last year, it basically looked like a doorstop with 4 wheels. That was it. But we painted it up. We did the Iron Fist painting on it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And last year, since he was the only one in his den, because you got the pack, and then you got the dens, like wolf, tiger, bear, stuff like that. Since he was the only tiger to show up, he automatically had first in the tigers.
What do you mean by tiger, bear, blah, blah, blah?
Well, okay, in Cub Scouts, you got your whole pack is all the kids.
I just realized this. What did I walk into?
Just trying to help you out.
Oh, no.
So you got your pack, all right? And it's all by location. You got your pack. And then inside that, you got your Tiger Scouts, who are the youngest scouts. And then you got the Wolves, which are the next level. And then you got the Bears. And then you have the Webelos, which is like...
The hell's a Webelo?
It's when you and your friends blow.
What? Wait, how did you go from animals and then this make-believe cat?
I don't make this shit up, okay?
And why would a tiger be the mini one? A tiger will kick the wolf's ass.
Is this how you pick winners in football, too?
Yes.
Like, there's no way the Jaguars aren't going to win against the Patriots. The Patriots are old British dudes.
Yeah.
Jaguars are fucking animals. You put 2 of them in a cage, I'll tell you which one's coming out right now. It's not the geriatric Brit.
I'm just saying, though. It goes Tiger, Wolves, Bears.
I didn't make the rules, okay? It goes
the bear I get.
Tigers, Wolves, Bears. All right? This is just the lineup.
All right.
And then the older kids, they're not Boy Scouts yet, but it's called like Arrow of Light and Webelos. So regardless, now
they're called Webelos.
Yes. Okay.
No wonder they're getting touched.
So
keep going. No, put that thing away.
all right. So now that got you caught up. Okay. I know we can't talk about young kids without you throwing in sex.
I'm not throwing anything.
No, that's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like.
That's what it seems like.
That's what I hear.
That's what it seems like. You've heard things?
I heard
That's
things.
the talk around the water cooler at the gym.
I heard things.
Uh-huh. All right. So last year, he was the only tiger to show up and race, so he automatically won for his den. He won the tiger thing. But then, overall, he came in second in the entire pack with his car. So not only did he place first in his den, out of all the kids who raced, the entire pack, he came in second. So fast forward to this year, we got to go make the car again. So we got the car from last year, but we're doing a new car. This year, it was like a Hal Jordan, like Green Lantern, but he changed the logo, and it's like he calls it the Time Brother car, because him and Ollie, his younger brother, have set up this thing where they're the Time Brothers, and their superpower is one can make things go fast and one can make things go slow. And Aiden calls himself Future, but it looks just like Green Lantern. He's like a total ripoff.
Okay.
It's like a Marvel DC.
DC ripoff.
We're just going to take the character, rename it, you know? So we make his car, and he goes out for his first race, loses by like a splinter length to some other kid. So then he has 2 more races, and he just leaves the other cars in the dust, like 4 car lengths on the 3rd car behind him. And so what they do is they take the average of your 3 races and compute it all. So this other kid won all 3 of his races in the same division. He's the kid that beat Aiden by like the splinter. So then in the sibling division, which is just you're not part of the pack, but you're like a brother or sister, they let them race. And Aiden let Ollie use his car from last year. Aiden smoked Ollie smoked everybody. So my 5-year-old just won every like those
the
scores.
Amount of excitement coming out of you. I've never seen this.
It was great because you've seen Ollie. You've seen my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He was so cute. He was every time he won a race, he'd turn around and just go like that. He was crazy happy. Unfortunately, none of those scores actually count because they're not in the pack. But I think if you put Ollie up against some of these, he would have won, you know? So anyways, at the end of it all, it comes down, they're doing the prizes. And I figured, okay, that one kid won 3 times in his division. Aiden won twice in his division. Aiden's probably looking at like maybe 2nd or 3rd or something like that.
Right.
Nope. Aiden comes in 1st in his division because it's an average of, they take your 3 race times. They got like the digital clock on these things.
Okay.
They take your 3 race times and they figure out what your average is. he beat the other kid who beat him. Overall, he beat that kid by 0.004 seconds.
There's a good thing.
That's a good thing, but the other kid throws a fit.
Oh, he throws like a little tantrum?
Oh, a big tantrum.
White kid?
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Keep going.
What do you mean? My kid's white.
Yeah, but he didn't lose, so we can't really.
He wants, It was a Hillary Clinton recount moment. It was like, we need to look at the.
Oh, did the parents get up?
I didn't see the parents, but the kid was like, "How can I win all three of mine? He only won 2, blah, blah, blah." And the guy's trying to explain, well, just because you won all 3 years doesn't mean you were the fastest. It means, like, in one of your races, you could have been racing slower cars. That's all it is. But he's like, but I beat him. And he's like, well, maybe you did that one race, but overall. And Aiden, of course, nicest kid in the world, just like, it's okay. He can have mine if he wants it. And I'm like, no.
Did you step in? Like,
no, I didn't. I sat back and watched it.
You're a winner. You don't get near this loser.
No, I just like to watch the tantrum. I recorded some of it. I'll show you later. It was great. But, yeah, and then at the end of it all, so Aiden's won for his den. He took first in his den. Ollie took first in the siblings thing. And then at the end, they were packing up, and I went up to the Scoutmaster. I was like, hey, Aiden and Oliver really want to race just each other. And he's like, I can't let you because then everybody would want to race because the track's huge and set up and everybody's around. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. And we start to pack up, and then he comes back. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, okay. So we put just Aiden and Ollie up on the track. And Oliver smokes Aiden.
And then Aiden throws a tantrum.
No. but what I'm saying is...
The little one beat the older one.
The little one beat the older one with Aiden's car from last year. So if Aiden's taken like first place in his den with the car from this year, imagine if we used the car from last year.
So realistically, you just made a better car.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Or you made it heavier, front heavy?
No.
Because, I mean, it's just going down a track, right?
It is going down a track.
A straight track doesn't have like ramps and shit?
It's like it drops because it's a gravity race.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the funny thing. The max weight you're allowed to have is 5 ounces.
Okay.
And you're supposed to get as close to 5 ounces as you can. If you remember last year, I showed up. I didn't know anything about weights. So I show up, and we just basically carved out a door stop and threw the wheels on. And we got there, and it weighed like 2.5 ounces, 3 ounces. They're like, no, you need to add some weight. And some guy was nice enough to, they got these little weight plates, and you can screw them on, and we put it on. And, he went on to do great. This year, I don't have a scale at home. I don't sell drugs, So I'm just at home going, I hope I get this close enough to the weight because, you don't know till you get there, and then you got to rush around to fix and try and get the right weight. So I just grabbed like a yardstick and made like a little seesaw thing and put the car from last year and the car from this year and saw, oh, okay, they're pretty much even, So we get there and we weighed the car, 5.0, 5 ounces on the nose. Didn't have to change the thing. Perfect.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's amazing me that you're not as excited about this.
I guess I'm not that dad level, man.
It's not even about.
It's cool to see you this happy because you're never this happy.
I was very happy,
and the black cloud is not lingering around right now.
In fact, I'm actually coming down because I realize now this is over and I got nothing left in my life.
Get back to depression.
Well, what really upset me last year? Aiden and I built the car together, and not knowing how to do stuff and not having the right tools, but went out and got the bare minimum tools to knock it out, This year they had a Cub Scout thing where it's like, come on over. We're going to, have a workshop day. And we get there and there's this guy with this huge table saw and he's doing all the, oh yeah, man, what you want for your design? Oh, you want it like that? He's doing like these curves and these cuts and everything else, like making them look like race cars.
Okay.
And then Aiden had his car from last year, which is like a very aerodynamic doorstop. And he goes up, he's like, I just want the same thing. He wanted to do like the same way. And the guy's like, oh yeah, man, no problem. I got you. Easiest one of the day. The saw kicks while he's cutting, messes up. He goes off the lines, screws up the whole car. Looks nothing like. I'm waiting for him to say, oh man, let me grab you another one. Simplest cut of the day. 2 straight lines is all I needed. Just angle. And the car he handed back to Aiden, not only was it nowhere near the shape, it was uneven everywhere. And because he cut off so much, we had to add an extra like 1.5 ounces of weight over what we had the year before. And then here's what really gets me. At the end of the whole racing, it turns out the car I made last year is faster. So I think maybe, I'm just saying.
You just want a pat in the back over here.
I do. I want to. So
congrats.
Okay, too long, didn't listen, went to the
I
Pinewood.
listen to every single thing.
I'm this for the listeners, so you can skip through. Too long, didn't listen. My kids went to the Pinewood Derby thing. My youngest, who's not even in Scouts, probably had the fastest time there, and my oldest, who was actually competed, came in first in his den. So we kicked ass again.
It's a proud daddy moment.
I am
Obligatory Podcast.
very, very proud. And if you want, you can pay me money, and I will design a Pinewood Derby car for you and your loser kid next year. I feel bad, like, with the level that I helped him out on, because he was there every step of the way and we did help and everything like that. But there, you get there and you see some of the cars and you're like, okay, that kid probably wasn't even allowed to touch that car today. Just like.
Why? Because it's like very nice.
Very nice, very well done. You can tell that dad is just like, I'm designing the car.
Or you buying them? Can you just buy some on Amazon?
You can.
So I can just go right now and buy a kick-ass derby car.
Yep.
And whoop the shit out of your kids in this race.
Yep.
With this Amazon car.
Yep.
Probably costs like what, $20?
You'd be surprised. It gets kind of pricey at some point.
Does it get pricey?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I'm curious now. I'm gonna get a car just to go over there and whoop your kid's ass.
Come on down.
Derby.
Oh, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. Not with the kids. But you know how they always got like the Fast and Furious? And Furious? We do that, but Pinewood Derby. Like, we still, all the shit talking, all the money and everything else, but you get there and it's like some back road, but we're not racing real cars. We're just Pinewood Derby.
I'm not making this shit. I want one already done.
Yeah, you can get the pre-built ones.
Let me see, man. Derby car pre-built.
Mm-hmm. You can probably buy some kid in Missouri who's won 6 years in a row selling off his top notch.
Can I just use a drone? Just whoop the shit out of your kid's ass on that.
Why you want to beat my kids, man?
Just because they need to know defeat. Hey, $90.
Right?
It's not even cool looking. It's just a damn.
It's thin.
It's a
brick.
popsicle with wheels.
Yep. That one's made for, and there's rules and guidelines. So before you spend that $90, make sure it's going to be track legal.
If I had lost with this and I spent $90, I would write a bad review.
Would you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would write the meanest review about this.
Oh,
whatever. I like the first comment that goes, wow, it's legal, but I feel like we cheated.
Because you did.
Yeah, so this guy cheated. This guy bought it.
He bought it and he won.
He slapped some
Let me see the
stickers
picture
on
of it. Let me see.
This is what he bought. Well, that's his.
Okay, that's his. So basically, he bought one pre-built, and then he just
That's
decorated.
what it looks like.
Yeah, dude.
It's a shoehorn with wheels.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Why, you gonna get into it?
Hell no, man. $90?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You gonna shave the goatee it took you 13 years to grow and go throw on a Cub Scout uniform?
If that, I'm gonna put the goatee, I'm gonna put the hair clippings on the card to make it heavier. Make it go.
Oh man. So yeah, what else you been up to?
Me?
That was my day. So what you got going on?
Besides work,
yeah,
I'm learning a lot about cocaine and marijuana trade.
Why?
I've been watching a lot of Narcos, so I'm a professional now.
No, I haven't seen an episode yet. It looks, you know why? Every time it pops up on my feed, I'm like, that looks like a commitment.
It's a commitment.
That looks like you gotta get involved.
Yeah, it all ends bad. Like, there's no, like you're like, oh, that guy's gonna die. Oh, that guy's gonna die.
What season are you in?
I'm still on the first, I didn't know there's two. There's Narcos Mexico.
Oh.
And then there's Narcos following El Chapo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're two totally different things?
Two totally different things.
Well, I'm glad you let me know that because I just kind of
So I'm doing it kind of backwards. I'm watching the Mexico one.
Okay.
And the Mexico
one has nothing to do with El Chapo?
No, it does.
I was going to say it kind of has to. It
follows a guy that gets involved with marijuana when marijuana was like a really bad thing.
Right.
And then, whatever. Things happen, becomes rich.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the feds are coming out, which DEA wasn't around. So they created DEA. So this is like the start of DEA. You see it coming up.
Mm.
And then he gets involved with El Chapo. So then it's like a whole different thing. And he gets involved with Pablo Escobar. Escobar. So he gets involved with him, with a Colombian, and now from weed he went to cocaine. So it's a whole thing, and yeah,
and you're sucked in.
Yeah, he's feeding people to hippos. It's fucking crazy.
And this is all based on true, actual happenings.
I'm basing it. I mean, it says it doesn't, but I'm like, yeah, that happened. He fed him to a hippo. That's a real thing.
I always loved that on like Law and Order, or even what was it, House of Cards on Netflix. Whenever they start off by going, "This is all fictional," and then the first story they go into, I'm like, I remember reading this story.
That's what happened.
I remember reading this exact story.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been. I think we talked about it last week. Maybe we did. I've been hooked on watching this show called Lucifer. Have you heard it? Did
That's
we talk
the one about
this?
the devil that wants to be good and like living somewhere.
Yeah.
They canceled that crap.
Yeah, they did cancel it, but I think Netflix is going to bring it back, which is, I hate to say it, but it's hard not to like Netflix. It's like every time something gets dropped or canceled, Netflix is like, we got it.
I wish Netflix would pick up The Mick. That was my favorite show.
What's The Mick?
The Mick was on Fox.
What was it?
It's about like a crazy aunt that has to take care of her rich asshole nephews and like nieces.
Never heard of it.
It's so good. It's I think it's the same girl that's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
I don't know her name.
The blonde chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a star of it.
Oh, why do I? Okay, I faintly remember something about that.
It's a great show.
Yeah, but it got canceled, huh?
Got canceled because Fox. Fox cancels everything. It's not Simpsons.
Fox is like, if we're not making money on year one, it's done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They canceled Family Guy, and then they brought that back.
Mm-hmm.
So
you had some pretty big news in the Latino community in downtown Orlando, huh?
I did.
Things are going to change. There's going to be some Taco Tuesday wars coming up. What's going on?
I like how you say it. I have a part of this. I don't have a part.
You're the one who told me, and you right before the show, you were like, "It's gonna get some competition down there."
Gringo is gonna get competition because they're building a Taco Bell cantina,
which is
it's like an upscale Taco Bell. So in other words, it's Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
but they actually use real meat. So it's like, oh, I won't have.
It
diarrhea
sucks when that's their whole
bad.
advertising. They're like, it's like we do normally, but we real.
Yeah, and it serves alcohol, which is a horrible combination.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna be downtown,
dude, drinking alcohol and eating Taco Bell,
is it a little bit pricier?
That and just stuff's gonna be coming out both ends. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. It's just not gonna be pretty downtown.
I don't know, man. Like Taco Bell, like I'll swing through it. Let me rephrase that. I used to swing through and get some tacos in a pinch, but the quality matters. And are you telling me, like, if you have a choice, like if either one's convenient, are you gonna go Gringos Locos or are you gonna go Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
You like Taco Bell over
like
Gringos?
Taco Bell over Gringos.
Over Gringos Locos?
Yep.
I can't even do this podcast with you
Dude,
anymore.
Taco Bell, I think.
What is
better.
wrong with you? And
I'm just saying.
I think you lose your Latino card
Taco Bell got voted the best Mexican restaurant worldwide.
by white kids.
And stoners.
Yeah. Your people sold the drugs to. El Chapo.
The cartel gave
El
it the
Cupa
thumbs up.
Chapo.
See.
I thought that was a joke. They got voted the best Mexican food.
No, that's for real.
What is fucking wrong? Like, I hate to be that old guy, but what's wrong with you fucking kids?
Taco company that's over there that stays open till 2 a.m. that everyone loves is not gonna get best because no one gives a shit about it. That's made by Abueladita over there in freaking Titi.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, it's not gonna get it.
Who does the best tacos?
Near me?
Yeah.
Well, there's a place called Four Locos I like a lot.
Oh, so Gringos Locos? No.
No.
Four Locos.
Four Locos is better than Gringo.
Wasn't Four Locos like that shitty alcoholic
It
soda
is,
that was
and they
out for a
named it
while?
that. That's what I thought too when I saw it. But it's really
Do
good
they sell
Mexican
Four Locos there? Can you get Four Locos at Four Locos?
No, I don't think so. But they do serve.
Did you ever try those when they were out?
I tried one. I don't like
it's
it.
horrible,
It hurt my
right?
stomach.
It's terrible.
I thought I was a pussy. I was like, it hurts.
What was it? It was like a Red Bull with alcohol, right?
That's all it is. And it's flavored.
I think I had a strawberry.
But they're
one.
huge.
Yeah.
They're like freaking at least
They're
a
like,
liter.
They're like the Arizona tea can
Yeah.
size.
Yep. People get
Craziness.
effed up on that, and then you throw up like rainbows. It's like different colors.
Oh, the colors of the rainbow.
Like, oh, it's so magical.
Yeah, speaking of which, though, I did. Last night was my cheat night. as Monday is.
Every Monday's your cheat night with Gringos.
It is, because I do love Gringos, and nothing goes better with Gringos than a Mexican Coke, which is such a sore loser. You know what you are? You're the kid who came in second at the Pinewood Derby.
I'm the kid who would have punched your kid in the head. What a loss.
My kid would beat you at Pinewood Derby. Would beat you at Coke Taste Testing Champions. But yeah, I've this is my 4th week. This was with the workout routine you gave me, and I weighed myself this morning. And when I started this whole thing, I don't think I got an accurate weighing, but I was like 190. 190.
You wait. You were 190.
I was 190.
I'm afraid the next number you're gonna say is gonna be like, "Oh wow, Kermit doesn't know shit." And you,
yeah, I was wondering why you got your finger on the mute button. You're like, "This is my job. This is fun, but now we're about to talk about how I make my money."
So I weighed 190, and now I weighed myself. I weighed 280. I'm like, oh shit.
And you're gonna be like, "Oh well, you gotta remember when you're building muscle, that puts on weight." And yep, that's what happens.
All right, so what's your weight now?
181.
Okay, all right.
No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yes, 181.
All right, good.
Yeah, so
I'm not bad.
I'm down 9-ish pounds.
9-ish pounds.
Probably more realistically like 8.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I mean,
doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Did you bring the book today?
I got the pictures of the workout I need to do.
I need the book to write your next workout for the next February.
God damn it.
You blow it. You blow it.
No, it's okay, because you can plan it, and then I can write it in.
No, you don't. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I like how we're talking about this on the podcast. Like, people give a shit.
See that?
No one cares.
See that? You're a problem-oriented guy, and I'm a solution-oriented guy.
Positive Myke sucks. I don't like it.
I hear what you're saying. I acknowledge your right to say it.
You're all happy with your damn kid's derby car and just all like full of joy.
Did we talk about the FYRE Festival last time? Did we talk about that?
I watched that documentary.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about it.
No, we didn't talk about it. It brought me much joy watching that.
You know what watching the FYRE Festival was like? Like watching any 80s movie where a kid gets kicked out of private school and has to go spend a day at public school. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to eat this? I'm supposed to go. Why? How do people live like this?
Dude, that guy screwed everyone.
Oh, which one did you see? Did you see the Hulu or the Netflix?
There's 2.
Yeah, because
what's the difference between the Hulu one then? I watched Netflix.
I hear the Hulu one's actually funnier, which I want to see it.
The Netflix one was a little bit dragged out. And I was like, all right, get to the point.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? It was still interesting. Like, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it at all because, number one, I'm not a big fan of festivals or concerts, you know. Number 2, I'm not rich and can afford to take off to the Bahamas. They were charging shitloads for those tickets.
Dude, they were charging, I think, like almost like, let's say $3,000
just for the basic,
for a villa or whatever, for like a little,
just for the basic. And then they came out with that, oh, if you want to do stuff while you're there, that's an extra this, that's an extra that.
The problem was they didn't have any of that stuff.
None of it.
It's like, yeah, you just like, hey, I'll give you this, and you don't even have it. They didn't even have.
So basically, it was this younger kid. He had to be in his early 20s. Teams up with Ja Rule.
Which that's a red flag right there. I was like, yo, you're going to a concert to go see Ja Rule?
And they just start talking. They're like, yeah, we're going to do a festival, and we're going to get this island out in the Bahamas. And they just start spitballing. They're going to have this great, really cool music and drinking and, sleepover and villas. And the island that they go make the deal on is actually an island owned by...
it was owned by Pablo
Escobar's people.
And they told them, don't mention fucking Pablo Escobar's name.
They said, keep my name out of your mouth.
And then their first promo was...
Come party on Pablo Escobar's island.
They're like, you mother... So they lost the first island.
Right.
And then they had to go find another island. Mm-hmm. And then they lost that one. Mm-hmm. And then at the third find, it was next to...
a resort, like Sandals Resort.
Yeah, it was next to Sandals Resort.
So it was no longer the private island they had originally been selling.
No.
Plus, they didn't have the...
And it was just like an open parking lot with no lights, no plumbing.
Right. They didn't have the infrastructure.
None.
Just normal stuff you don't even think about. Like, oh, you're going to have, 6,000 people. Where are they going to shit?
Nowhere to shit. No lights, no food.
No.
the tents that they were using were actually tents
like FEMA
from Hurricane Katrina or something like that. so
they were shown these pictures of like beautiful beachside villas.
Yeah.
And then what they had actually ready for them was, and they didn't even have enough of them, were emergency tents. And inside, that was funny part. Like the day before people were supposed to come in, they're still setting this up. So they have all the mattresses stacked in one area, and it starts pouring. So now all the mattresses, all the work, everything they had done, unusable now. And I guess the way they got people to go there is they made those videos with all these models. They got all these models come down
in the beginning,
shoot the promo video with Ja Rule hanging out, swimming with the pigs on the beach and everything else, drinking and having fun. And then people started getting suspicious because they would go on the Twitter account and be like, hey, I bought my ticket. Where am I supposed to fly out of? Hey, can we get a picture of the villa because our outlets for our iPhones? And nobody was responding back. So like people started investigating and realized that these people were actively deleting comments that were like negative or questioning. And like they knew even before they flew in that this was not going to go well. So did you see the part where they fly in that first, the first group of people or whatever?
And then like what sucks is like the people in the Bahamas got screwed because he hired like half the island to work. He didn't pay one person.
They were working around the clock.
And then he almost got killed.
Yeah.
So they wanted they started destroying shit.
Yeah, he snuck out. Well, the second in charge talks about how like when they finally canceled the festival because they're like, we need to tell people,
well, they kept saying that and they didn't do it till like the day of.
Right. And then people there was already like 500-600 people on the island.
There was already 800 people on the island.
And no transportation back home. Nothing scheduled to get them off the island.
They had a concert with music blasting with no artists.
They had a DJ just playing loud music. They had no organization. It's one of those documentaries you watch, and even though you're not personally there, you start kind of cringing at the awkwardness of like.
But the people are stupid as shit too, man. The people that went to that and believed it. The only people I felt bad for were the Bahamas. The Bahamas.
I think it was funny because they have a clip in there of I think it's comedian Ron Funches at the on a talk show, and he's like. I guess he had made some jokes about it, and the host was like, don't you feel kind of bad for the people that went there? He's like, man, if you spent $3,000 to go see Blink-182, you deserved everything you got. What's funny is Blink-182 was probably the only band on there that I was like, yeah, I'd want to see Blink-182, but they pulled out.
They're like, fuck this.
They got word that the conditions were shitty. So then they had promoted this whole thing, sold packages and everything else, and kept selling packages when they didn't have enough housing. They didn't have shit. And then the caterer gets in an argument about money. They weren't even going to have clean water. Remember that story?
Yep.
Oh, about the, hey, look, you need to go suck the guy's dick just so we can get water.
Man, that old guy.
That poor old guy.
He was like, I was about to go do it. And then he said, no, just give me some money and just get out of here and take your money.
That poor guy. I felt so bad for the guy. He was so caught up.
He was going to suck a dick for water. For kids.
Not just a bottle of water. It was like 2 cargo containers of water. No festival's worth it. No festival is worth it.
Yeah, dude, and you can see his poor face, man.
These people fly in the first plane load. Number one, they've been promised like private jets, and they get on those 2 prop planes that they fly chickens back and forth.
And then the buses look like something out of
the buses were like school buses that were discontinued in the States and sent down to the Bahamas. And then since they're totally not ready at the site because it flooded the night before because of the rain, the guy, the entrepreneur kid's just like, just bring him to a restaurant. Bring him to a restaurant, get him drunk or something like that.
Well, that screwed the lady over too because she didn't have enough food and drinks. They like ate her out of they ate her out. Yeah. They ate her. Whoops! They ate all her food. You know what? Fuck the fringe. fuck fries, Fire Fest, whatever the fuck it's called. Those kids ate out that poor lady. Yeah, that's not how I meant to say.
So
Those poor Bahamas.
they go to this restaurant and they're like, oh, this must be a staging area. No, it was just a stalling thing. And then finally he's like, okay, they're going to see it sooner or later. Just bring them in. So they got people. The great thing about now is everybody has their iPhones and you see these videos that people filmed. And the bus driver was like smiling as he pulled all these 1% kids up. And they pull up and they see the fence and the barbed wire and really does look like a refugee camp.
Yep.
And they're like, what's this? And he's like, that's why y'all stay, man.
Yeah, he was having a great old time.
They're like, no, this has to be.
Turn around.
This has to be like maybe something we passed through to get to. Nope. This
and
is
they're
it.
all douchebags. Too.
Oh, every single one of them is like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to fly. And then they showed the food that they got.
It was like a sandwich.
It was a styrofoam to-go container with a piece of bread. And
2 pieces of bread.
like packaged pre-cut cheese over the top and like
salad.
lettuce.
And
that was it. And this was supposed to be all, was it fine dining and
He only got 6 years in jail, by the way.
yeah.
That's bullshit.
But did you see, even before he went to jail, he was already working that other scam. Like he took the
he had a
mailing
credit
list.
card scam, and then
Well, he did the credit card thing first, and that wasn't a scam. It was a
way to make
club.
money. Yeah.
It was a club where it's like I think it wasn't called FYRE. It was something else.
Start with an M, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or W, some shit. Who cares?
You're
an asshat.
Millennia or
It was a metal.
Maxim or
It was a metal credit card.
a
by the
metal.
way.
I'm not sure if it was a credit card. I think it was a card that gave you member access to places, like when he did the wine tastings, or you got
Right.
to use. It was like a very exclusive. You get all these privileges, not like the Cub Scout camp card that actually works everywhere in Central Florida for only $5. You get your money back on the first use. So go ahead, go over to my Facebook, pick one up. But this guy, that was legit business, and then he rolled this into FYRE. Was going to be an app that allowed people like you and me, like say we wanted to, I want to get like Beyonce for a gig. It would allow you to go directly to booking Beyonce, seeing
Right.
what her pricing was. So I thought that was kind of a cool app to cut out the middleman and be able to book stuff. But they decided to promote that app by doing the FYRE Festival. And what sucks is there's so many people that were working on the FYRE app, which seemed like it had a lot of potential. They all lost their jobs over the failure of this fucking festival. It was kind of
It was a train wreck.
you felt bad for some people,
Eh.
you know, like the programmers
The
seemed like,
programmers got screwed too.
yeah, they seemed like pretty cool people.
Well, yeah, they wanted that money.
They had nothing to do with the festival. They were like, dude, we were in the office, and then like at the end of it all, FBI's knocking on their doors and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I think but so he's in jail now, which I hope they're climbing in his butthole right now, just freaking giving it to him, and just freaking open it up and just get in there.
But he knew he was going to jail. He was on house arrest. And he starts doing this other scam, like something New York City or something like that.
Well, no, he took, like you said, he took the people's emails.
The mailing list from all the people dumb enough to pay for FYRE Fest.
Right, and started sending them like, hey, exclusive VIP tickets for Jay-Z. Hey,
Under a
tickets
different
for-
company name.
Yeah, tickets for the Knicks, stuff
So,
like that.
and it was tickets for stuff you couldn't even get, like red carpet events that
yeah, like Oscars.
you can't buy tickets
can't go
for.
to Oscars.
So he was just he had some other guy doing it, like while he stood there telling the guy what to type
Yeah,
or
he
what
was,
to
all,
call.
he was all douchey about it.
And he made a documentary, or not a documentary. He had someone videotaping while he was telling people how to scam these other people. You know, what a piece of shit, that guy.
Yep. Fake it till you make it, baby.
And he'll probably get out and come up with some other great.
Oh, he'll
scam.
get out
He's like
early
our
at least.
generation's Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Just funnier.
So this is funny. I just saw this. Donald Trump wanted his Disney animatronic to brag about his skyscrapers, a new book says.
What?
You know the Hall of Presidents at Disney,
Yeah,
right?
it looks scary, by the way. I seen it.
It's like where you go when you want to take a nap, you know?
Yeah.
And let's face it, I guess it was a year ago, maybe a year and a half, that they finally put the Trump animatronic in. And if you haven't seen this animatronic, look it up, because the first thing you
Scary
notice is everybody thought Hillary was going to win. Because it looked like they already had the Hillary animatronic made.
Oh, really?
Oh, you haven't seen this thing?
I didn't know they had a Hillary one.
Go ahead, pull it up. It looks crazy. It looks like they had the Hillary one made, then Trump won, and they're like, how can we turn Hillary into Trump? It looks
Really?
like, dude, it looks like, you know that app, you can take a picture of you and a picture of someone else and see what your babies would look like.
Yes.
That's what it looks like this animatronic is. It's like Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump had a baby. That baby turned 57.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called? The Wall of Presidents? What's it
It's
called?
crazy. The Hall of
Oh,
Presidents.
hall.
I know you got wall on your mind. But yeah, he's apparently he thought if you haven't been to the Hall of Presidents, it has all the presidents, animatronics of them. Am I right? You see the picture?
Holy shit.
Doesn't it look like they took a Hillary and turned it into Trump?
Yeah. They just kind of like morphed it into her.
Oh, they actually did it.
Oh, it's so gross. It's just,
Oh, man, that's ridiculous. It has her jawline and everything.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's not even close to looking like Trump.
That's so funny.
So if you haven't been to the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom at Disney, it's in Liberty Square, I believe. But you go in, you sit down, they got all the presidents, robotic presidents on stage, and at different points they stand up and give a little address or say a little speech. And Donald Trump apparently wanted his...
That looks nothing like him, for the record.
No, it doesn't.
That looks horrible.
They got the vagina neck,
They got
right?
the vagina neck, but that's about it.
So
Dude, they did get the vagina neck. They got that thing down pat.
So I thought when they first put it in, I was doing a joke. I was making fun of him. Like, Trump's is just going to stand up and interrupt other presidents, because that's the way he'd done during the... No. Fake news. Yep. During the debates, the way he interrupted so many times, I just thought for sure, Lincoln, yeah, you might want to start talking less about freeing the slaves and start watching your back, like literally, like in theaters. And George Washington over here telling me I'm a bad president. You cut down a cherry tree. Took you forever to admit to it. Okay, moving on. You probably caused global warming by cutting down that tree, which doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Lincoln, next time, why don't you duck?
Yeah, I thought maybe they would just have a screen, and rather than Trump stand up and speak, it would just be showing the tweets he was making while he was sitting there watching.
He's on a Twitter.
It just a Twitter screen.
What kind of phone does Trump use, I wonder?
I don't know.
He's an Apple guy or Android?
If it's an Apple, I'm going to stop.
Trump's phone. What kind of phone does Trump use? It doesn't say. Trump is...
I actually used to do a bit about how when Obama's got made, his animatronic, that when we went to see the Hall of Presidents, Obama didn't stand up. And I went up to the attendant. I'm like, hey, man, it sucks Obama's not working. He's like, no, you got to go put a quarter in the back of his head. I'm like, why? He's like, because Obama runs on change.
Oh, who said that?
I did. And I told that to one of my buddies who's an engineer at Disney. And he said he's the guy who gets called when shit breaks down. And he said he wrote that on the wall of the break room. And people love it.
Oh, he did. Obama doesn't look that good either.
Yeah, but it looks like Obama-ish.
Ish.
Yeah. But what was Trump upset about?
He's always upset. What else is new?
Trump tried to add a line to the script of the Hall of Presidents attraction at Walt Disney World, a former aide claims. Apparently, President Donald Trump reportedly wanted to tweak the script of his animatronic likeness at Walt Disney World's Hall of Presidents attraction to make a quick boast. The iconic attraction has for decades added new animatronics for each president as they're elected, complete with audio. Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama all recorded dialogue for the attraction. In Trump's case, however, he wanted to personalize the speech with a boast about his pre-presidential business activities. According to the book Team of Vipers by Cliff Sims, who served as director of White House message strategy, the president wanted to add a line about how Americans invented the skyscraper, the Daily Beast reported. Then I could add a little, which of course I know a thing or two about, right? Trump reportedly said. Disney objected, noting that a skyscraper wasn't really an invention, but just a taller building.
God, he's such a dude.
And Sims removed the line from Trump's script, the Daily Beast reported, citing an advanced copy of the book. And that's on the Huffington Post. Oh, man. What an egomaniac.
I don't even do jokes about
Americans invented the skyscraper. No, it's just a tall building.
It's a tall building.
And then you go over to, what is it, India now?
Dubai?
Yeah.
Dubai has the biggest building.
That's ridiculous.
Wasn't it on a Fast and Furious movie? I don't know.
No, it was that Tom Cruise movie.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah, where he was like on the side with suction cups.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see the newest one, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a while back, I had reached out on Facebook. I was working on a script for something, and at last minute, I just wanted to find. I think we've asked you before. What's your pet peeves? What are the things that like just you're ready to snap? Like just sets you off, like so quickly. Like you're having a great day, and then you see this, and you're like, "What the?"
Oh, things I see.
Mm-hmm. Or things that irk you.
Well, we got a list of that, but I mean, like when you ask like close talkers, like I hate close talkers.
Do you get a lot of those? Like, do your karate student parents come up to you?
I do this when people go close talking to me. I put my fingers out right on their chest, like, nah, bro, back up.
Yeah.
Back
yeah,
up.
I touched you, but your breath imposed upon me first.
I don't want to smell your gingivitis.
There's a lot of bad breath comics out there, too.
Last night, there was like tons.
Like that. And congratulations, by the way, you're hosting. You're not hosting. You're running the other bar open mic now. But that also means you got a ton of bad breath guys come up and go, hey, man, do you think I can? And you're like, let's go talk outside.
Ugh, so gross.
So how was it last night? I was there.
Just a lot of new people.
It was pretty cool. Sean Faraday, who just did his spot on Fallon, came out, did his set. Ross Padgett from 104.1 was there. He did his set. I got to do some time. And it was funny because it was packed. It was a pretty good crowd, but it was a tight audience.
They were tight.
Which didn't make me feel too bad.
You guys had a good set. It was just comedians.
That's the thing. We all had good sets, but we all walked off stage going, that was tight. That was tight. And then you watch some people. That was the big consensus between me and Sean and Ross. It's like, man, if we just survived that, imagine what's going to happen to this next guy.
Everyone else was just bombing left and right.
There was one point, I think I went up to you. I'm like, well, congratulations, man. It only took you 1 week, but you turned Ken Miller's comedy open mic into a spoken word. Because there was 5 minutes, actually 6, because he ran the light, that we were just watching this guy. It was bombing. At least you got a chuckle or a groan or something. These people just decided we're not going to respond, whatever.
No, they just read right off their book.
Yeah.
They don't even care about the next joke or whatever, people laughing.
I think he actually ended with something like, well, fuck you, or that was...
Yeah, we played him off with the music.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I started playing the music little by little, and I gladly play the music.
And that's what I love about you, because so many people last night got hit with the, holy shit, Kermit's in charge now? But when Ken ain't here.
I had like 3
You
of
made
those.
some rules.
They're like, but the bump list is over. No. But where's Ken? Not here. But who's going to run it now? You're looking at it. So can I get on next week? Nope. You're late.
Wow.
I was like, it's not my problem.
Yep. It's like Ken was the parent that let you get away with shit and have fun. And Kermit's like the tough one that has to be even tougher because he knows the other parent let you get away with shit and have fun.
That's not true either, though.
Now you let people get away and have fun?
I mean, I didn't let a lot of people bump in last night.
You did.
So I like those people. That's why. If I don't like you, you're screwed. I'll tell you that shit.
You're probably
right
the
now.
most honest guy hosting an open mic right now.
I don't like you, bro. You're not going up. I'm sorry.
You got to jump through the hoops.
You got to go buy me some Taco Bell Cantina or something.
Well, so you got your close talker, Eric. What else you got?
You know what I'd hate? I know it's weird. I hate like good-looking people that actually have talent.
I'm sorry, man.
No, like
this
you're
must
ugly.
be so tough for you to sit across from me week after week after week after week. I'm beautiful on the inside.
Okay. You're talented, but you're fucking ugly as fuck.
Yeah, but I make a meme Pinewood Derby car. So you can buy one from me online, or you can go to my Facebook page, talk to me there, and pick up a camp card while you're there. $5 off. Oh, Andretti's Racing. Okay, back to you.
Yeah, I hate that.
What
do you got?
Some of the ones that popped up, and you let me know where you stand. People who chew with their mouth open.
Hate it.
Yeah, you hate.
I'm adding that one. Yep. I'm adding that to the list.
People who smoke directly outside the exit of stores.
I think that's just being oblivious, but yeah, I guess that doesn't bother me. Too much.
You walk past it.
Yeah, just walk past
it. People that use the speakerphone when talking to someone in public. That's one of mine. The speakerphone, but also people who are watching Netflix or listening to music in like a public place.
Yep.
and you're not fucking putting your headphones in, it drives me fucking insane. Like a place that I need to be, like a gate at the airport or on the bus or even in a fucking restaurant. It's like, dude, it's so annoying to listen to you watch Netflix with the volume at full.
I hate
Put
that.
on some fucking headphones. Did I tell you I wanted to do something once, like a parody?
Yeah, we talked about. Oh, I think you're talking about you losing your shit about a guy, but yeah.
No, I wanted to do a parody where it's like, hey, do you know that 1 in 5 Americans can't afford headphones? And like we just walk up to people doing shit like that.
Stop talking before someone takes it. Let's do that.
Okay. People who over perfume or cologne.
If it's good cologne.
You know what's the weird thing with cologne? I've been guilty of that. I don't wear it much anymore. But when I did wear cologne, you spritz some on in the morning, you go about your day, and then you feel like maybe it wore off. But really what happened is you've just grown like
used to it.
So you put on another spritz and you go on doing something. You put on another spritz when you go out. And yeah, then people are like, dude, did you take a Mexican bath? What the fuck's going on? Do you ever hear that expression?
Mexican bath?
Mexican bath?
That's super racist.
Yeah, it is. That's why I figured you would like it and enjoy it.
I never heard that till now.
Basically, it's when it's like, oh, I don't have time to shower. Let me just dump cologne or dump. Yeah.
Okay.
So, people that do self-checkout at the store but don't know how to scan a barcode.
That's everyone, though.
Yeah. And I gotta say this. I use the self-checkout. I use whatever lane's moving fastest. If it's self-checkout, I'm going there. If there's someone actually working at a register, I'm going there. But I hate when you do self-checkout and there's the one guy working the self-checkout pit, like the bouncer of self-checkout, and he comes over and gets frustrated. It's like, dude, up until 2 years ago, there was someone here doing this shit for me, so back the fuck up, okay? And then they come over and they're like, oh, you can't get it? Let me... And then they try 5 times and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's that. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Dude, I played laser tag. I know how to do this.
Oh, you know what I hate? I hate people that wear pajamas in public.
So basically Walmart. You hate going to Walmart. I was thinking, so many people crack on Walmart for like, the people of Walmart. There's a whole website of the shit you see at Walmart. I don't think anyone's ever done like the hot people at Walmart. I think that's more elusive. I think you should spend more time just finding really good looking people. Because, I mean, we go there.
Yeah.
Where's the camera? And does Target get any shit? Is there a website dedicated to people you see at Target?
I'm pretty sure there is.
Soccer moms.
It has to be.
I enjoy paying 20% just so I don't have to shop with those other people.
Yeah.
People who flick cigarettes out their car window.
No, I guess that never really bothered me.
One person who had written me that actually told me they had it fly into their car. I'm like, yeah, I could see why that would be. I could see why that would be an issue. Like you're saying in your car and all of a sudden a lit cigarette comes in, just burning your shirt and stuff.
I hate happy birthday songs at restaurants.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know I used to do that on every first date?
But I see what you're saying. You say like, oh, it's her birthday, and it's not her birthday.
Yeah, I get up, go to the bathroom, tell the staff it's like, hey,
You're
it's
a dick.
her birthday. I'm a dick, but I'll tell you this right now. It always worked for me.
Yeah, because you got a free cake.
Well, it wasn't so much a free cake. Seeing how they responded let me know if this was going to be a waste of the next 8 months of my life or not.
Oh, so if they lose their shit, you're like, I'm good.
If they lose their shit, I'm like, that's probably the least asinine thing I'll do to you in this relationship.
Touche.
And the girls are like, oh my God, and play along. And then one girl got me back. I was bussing tables at 2J's, Delicatessen, and it was Valentine's Day. She sent in a quartet. I'm a busser in a restaurant on Valentine's Day. Like these 4 old guys come in with bow ties and vests and everything else and hand me candy and flowers and start going, let me call you sweetheart. Yeah, dude, I was like, okay, I've met my match.
Yeah.
That's still one of the coolest things anyone's ever done for me. This one comes from a female. Men who leave the toilet seat up.
Put it down, you lazy bitch.
Yeah.
So much anger.
I told a girl once, I'm like, well, you know what? I'll compromise. I'll just never lift it up.
Yeah, you just piss all over the place.
I'm like, one way or another, your ass might get wet when you go in there. Do you want urine or toilet water? Your call. Yeah. Let's see. People that don't use their turn signals. That irks me, but I'm also guilty of it from time to time. So I can't really front on that.
I hate crowded places. I hate like crowded beach, crowded conventions. I hate it all.
I agree 100%. When I was bartending, people would be like,
I hate bars.
You'd have
crowded.
I'd have 3 people deep at the bar, flat packed dance floor, everything. They're like, dude, how can you deal with this? I'm like, because I'm behind here.
Behind the bar.
This is my area. It's kind of like that with comedy. Like, don't you get nervous? Nah, man. I see you guys shoulder to shoulder with strangers in a fucking packed room. That irks the hell out of me. Yeah. Here, they give me a green room and a stage when I come out here. I don't even need all this room. That's why I walk around, to show you how much space I have. Yeah. Forgetting your password to something you log into every day. Yeah, have you done that?
Yes.
I've done the...
It takes forever to get
There's something you only use every now and then. So when you go to sign, like taxes, when I go do my taxes this year, I'm going to have to try and remember what I fucking did last year. Yep. I'm probably going to have to reset the whole password, like always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one for lit cigarettes. People leaving the bathroom without washing their hands. Do you do that?
No, I wash my hands.
No, I'm saying, do you, like, if you're in there taking a shit and you hear the guy next to you making horrible sounds, and then he's done, and then he flushes, and then you listen to hear if he stopped at the sink, and you don't, you just hear the fucking door.
I'm not gonna shake anyone's hand out there, so I don't give a shit.
I played the shoe game all the time, dude. I'd sit there and I look at the other people's shoes in the stalls next to me. I'm like, I remember those Nikes. I'm not fucking, no handshakes, no nothing. You know, it happens every now and then. The scary part is when you realize it's like your waiter. You're I
hate when people like try to see like if there's someone in it and they peek through the little crack.
Oh,
and like you see that big eyeball staring at you while you're on the can.
Yeah, that's like every horror movie, dude. Why do they leave that fucking gap just big enough for an eyeball?
I hate using public bathrooms like that.
I used to want to carry a roll of duct tape with me all the time just to seal up that crack. You know,
I have a jacket. I kind of like position the jacket where
there should be a keychain that just like hooks at the top of the door.
I hate
just
that.
To seals
that
that
little peek hole.
And that's why you always love when you go to a restaurant again. They've added that extra piece.
Oh, some of them are just like a full like locker. Like it's closed,
which is wonderful.
Yes,
you know, Bahama Breeze has amazing bathrooms. That's like they don't even have the.
Do they?
It's like a walk-in closet basically. You get your own. Yeah, you should. That next week on Obligatory Podcast, best places to shit in Orlando, 1 to 10.
Publix are the worst.
Yeah.
Publix, CVS, and Walgreens, they all have the fucking...
You ever walk into like a bar bathroom and it's not a one-person bathroom? They just refuse to put up partitions. It's almost like prison rules.
Oh.
Like, we had a lot of problems with drugs. I'm like, so that means this guy gets to watch me shit?
I hate the one...
And there's no lock on the door, so you can't... It's like, there's a urinal and 2 toilets. It's weird. It's awkward.
Yeah.
You hate the what?
I hate the ones that like the urinals here, and then like the toilet's like right there. So like the urinal's like right up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
So like people can...
When
just,
you go...
Yeah, you're just like, you're hearing everyone shitting right next to you. Like, oh.
There's nothing worse too. Like, I don't like shitting in public. I don't like using public restrooms. Even when in high school, I used to hold my poop till I got home. Like, I wouldn't use the school bathroom.
I shit where I can.
Oh, dude.
Never hold.
I used to hate the school bathroom. You couldn't walk in without coming out smelling like smoke anyway, you know? So I hate public bathrooms. I never enjoy them. But there's just times you just have to use it. And especially with kids. Sometimes, Dad, I got to go, really means he had to go 5 minutes ago and just didn't tell me. So now I'm rushing. And I hate nowadays when you go in and both stalls or the stall is taken and you can totally hear some motherfucker playing like fucking Tetris or going through face. It's like, you're not shitting, get off the fucking pole. Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
Like literally. And I can't even hate them because I'm like, that's me too sometimes. You know, someone posted the other day that like you realize everybody has looked on their phone while they're taking a shit.
Yeah,
like the hottest girl you know fucking is updating her Instagram while she's taking a shit.
I have gotten multiple FaceTime calls while I'm on the shitter and I answer it. And they hate me.
I called you yesterday.
Oh, you did it.
I called you yesterday. You didn't pick up, but then you took the time to text me back the little poop emoji. I'm pooping.
Oh, like, okay. You didn't call me on FaceTime.
No.
Jersey calls me on FaceTime.
And you pick up if you're on the shit? God damn you.
Sanchez too. Sanchez did it on his Instagram live.
You're like, this can't wait. Didn't we get Preacher on the toilet one night?
Yeah, we did get Preacher on the toilet.
He called into us, though, so that was weird. It's like you knew you were on the toilet when you called it. Groups of people who walk at a reasonably slow speed. I hate that. Like when you're at a theme park or just walking in general and there's like a family of 8 and they decide to like link up or be that blob, like that Red Rover. It's like, dude. Or the people that just stop in the middle of a pathway to have a conversation. It's like, get off the fucking, I don't know. People slurping their soup. People tailgating. Do you do the windshield wiper thing to people?
You taught me that.
Have you been doing it? Have you tried it?
I haven't had anyone tailgate me yet.
Someone was tailgating me the other night, but we were on a back road only doing 20. I'm like, it'd be wasted. People. Oh, that's a big one. People who talk during the movie, like in a movie theater,
man. Talking or putting their feet up against your chair, which I think those days are over because the seats are nice now.
I try to go to the theaters that you can kick back and recline, but people that won't fucking shut up, like it used to be. I'm you know me, I'm very understanding. It used to be I would be like, okay, preview start, you need to shut the fuck up. Now I give them through the previews.
You can talk during the previews.
See, that's where you and I would have differed.
You could be
6 months
you could be
ago.
a critic.
Yeah. I ain't seen that shit. Yeah. This looks terrible. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you loud ass motherfucker. Yeah. I think that's a lot of them. I mean, what's
we could
funny
be here all night doing this.
What's funny is people just tend to repeat the same stuff. It's basically people who don't use their turn signals, people who flick cigarettes, close talkers, and loud music. You know, I think basically the common thing is people who just go about their life without giving a fuck who's around or who they're imposing on.
I don't want to be annoyed. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to live my life and let you live your life without your life imposing upon my life.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it.
So, every day for you.
It's hard. Just tonight at the Pinewood Derby race, we get there, we pick seats right there, and as soon as the racing starts, some woman comes and stands right in, like the track is 4 feet from me, comes stand right in front of me. And I'm like, and baby's mom was like, don't, she can't see, she's blocked, you know, but me, I'm like, I feel like a lot of times baby's mama doesn't say anything because she knows if she just gives me that look, like she knows I'm going to get involved. You know?
Okay. So that's like that's the okay sign.
I feel like I get goaded and then I get yelled at for doing, for being me. Cause I go like I do that.
You do that. You call
right I do that. I didn't do, and she's like, I guess I could say, excuse me, but I went with, and she turns around and she's like, oh, don't act surprised, bitch. You knew you were there. You knew. Most people who were doing shit wrong know they were doing shit wrong.
I love how everyone that's listening to this in their car had to listen to you almost blow their speakers coughing into the mic.
Did we not set the levels properly? There you go again. There you go again. Thinking A, I'm responsible for anything, and B, anyone listens to this shit. Episode 50, and the one thing we've learned is we probably lose listeners with every episode.
No, do we? I hope not. You know, we need people to write comments. That's what I'm going to request. For episode 50, leave a comment on the YouTube page or Instagram or Facebook.
You know what's actually funny? Like when we first started doing this a year ago, I would check like after every episode and be like, oh, please say someone. Please say someone. Please, did someone listen? And now we do it. And then every now and then when I'm doing the write-up, I'll be like, wow. I'm like, who the fuck is listening to this? Who's listening to us in Germany? Why the fuck would you do that? You know?
It's always like that.
Yeah. I think other countries are going to use this podcast to try and influence the next election.
Is that what's going on?
I think that's why all these different countries listen to us.
Well, I'm voting
They realized we have the pulse of the American people.
I'm not going to even touch this. I don't want to get into this crap.
Yeah, you're probably right. So what you got coming up this week, man? You anywhere you doing anything?
I got nothing.
No DJ? No DJ gig anywhere?
No, nothing.
Cool. On the local scene, we just announced Sleuths that we do Saturday night.
Thursdays.
Is now going to do Thursdays as well. So we got awesome new open mic on the
competition
scene.
for shot skis.
I don't think so.
Not really.
I think it's be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went over to Sleuths last Saturday night. I'm just working out that perfect 5 minutes, which it will never be perfect. That's why I'm just calling it for, TV friendly. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So
well, when you're ready, we'll play it on here.
How about you? You been writing some new stuff?
Not comedy.
Now, what are you working on?
I'm working on our comic book with Steven Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How's that going?
It's going good.
Yeah? How much?
Focus.
Yeah?
Yep.
You got the whole storyline?
Yep.
You got your Bible?
Yep.
You know where you're going?
I know where I'm going. Got my timeline ready to go.
How many episodes, or not episodes, how many issues do you have written?
Well, it's an anthology, so it's going to be a big book of like multiple multiple stories between me and Sanchez.
So does each story stand on its own, or it's a continuous?
Stands on its own, but it blends into the main story.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So do you have a, I guess, not a pilot, but what's the first issue of a series called?
I guess you could say a pilot or a sneak. Yeah, it's gonna be. You'll see. But
The
I'll
first
show you.
issue.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll
Cool.
show you after this.
Cool.
So
just to sum it up, you can go to my
Oh my
Facebook
gosh,
page
you son of a
and
bitch.
buy a camp card, or you know what?
I hit the record
I'm not
off
saying
button.
you got to buy a camp card. I mean, it's only $5 and you make your money back the first time you use it. But you could also get a Fire Watch or a Fire Wallet. Times are tough, Kerm. I got no gigs on the books.
All right.
All right.
Well, with that said, I think we're gonna leave it off with our favorite person to listen to from advice from her.
Who's
and,
that?
That's our girl Cardi B of our weekly advice. So we're gonna end it with that. You got anything to say?
A moment of zen with Cardi B.
And Cardi B. See you guys later to YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, all that stuff.
Hit it, Cardi.
And I wax more, I noticed that my mustache is getting thicker. But it's cool though, because bitches with mustaches got good pussy. Patience.
What?
Am I right?
And they used to be men.
Talk about it, bitch.
Damn.
What's up? Fuck you mean though? What's up? You know.
Oh, wrong.
So
one.
wait, so if I had a coke,
Messed that all up, but anyway.
Oh, well.
Later. I'll edit that one.